After having to endure a couple of weekends and weeks of excruciating heat, after having suffered re-recording after re-recording after re-recording because of microphone issues, to a point where I decided, screw this, now that I understand that it's not OBS fucking everything up, but my microphone itself, or at least the cable of it, I decided to buy an entire new sound setup. So new microphone, new shock mount, new boom arm, um,
even a different voice changer.
So that I could suddenly sound a little.
Right
Be a little bit of something like this.
for this or
if I do that, I should sound normally again. Don't worry, I'm not gonna say I'm a professional, but I'm not gonna be using the soundboard during recording. But yeah, I had to endure quite a bit of headache before I could finally say again, hello everyone, my name is Paul with many voices, and welcome to Prison Architect, my Swansong Slimer, where construction this time is as complete as it can be. There's probably a few more little projects here and there going on, but in terms of the actual construction, majority it's all done. Like all of the rooms have been built and laid out. Um, a whole bunches of benches as well, etc., etc., etc. Yeah. Let's go over the changes first. So yeah, you may notice the fire pits, and not just the fire pits. I have placed them everywhere, on important places and junctions, and around the places here and there. Um, because I have turned on the tropical fever modifier, and I think that may still be in the process of getting done, or that was, yeah, okay. So as you can see, still a few little bits of project here and there, a few bits of construction, but yeah, um, I thought I added one over there as well. Uh-huh. Fire pit. That one. So there are three, well, two more fire pits left somewhere to be constructed. I do not know where, I do not really care. But I could place them here. And then, just for the hell of it, over here. Okay, so that is done. There's a gym mat. Missing there and there, so let's get those really quick. I guess they got messed up in cloning. So there's 8, 8, 8, 8, 2, 2, 2, and 2. That's perfecto. That was even medium security. Yeah. Part of me is actually kind of glad that I had to re-record because of all the microphone issues. Because in one of the original recordings, I actually went with weather intensity set to high. And even though it's impossible for me to change it through here, I have edited the save file to make the rat infestation high as well. Because you can select it at the start and afterwards it's over. So, because now we're at the point in time where the only thing I really need to do is bring in 1,000 prisoners, which is going to happen in the process of this video and the next two videos. I've said on that inmates can turn currently insane as well. For now, dynamic reputations, I am going to turn them. I'm going to keep them low. I've had them set to high, just like the gangs. I'm going to keep them to low as well. Because at gangs session set to high, uh, actually more than half of even the minimum security prisoners would be gang members. And within no time, I would have the three gang leaders in already, causing lots of trouble in maximum security. So that was not really fun at all. So we're not doing that anymore. The barbed wire, I think there's still a bunch of barbed wire left to be constructed. I now have set a patrol from here to here, and this guy is walking from here to here, just to aid the construction crew with that, because there's still a piece of thing left there. Another addition that I made is that I placed camouflage CCTV cameras outside here and regular ones in here, because it was this particular TV monitor that had nothing yet added to it, and these two cell blocks were the only ones that didn't have any vision inside of them, because these have, all of those have, except those two. So that issue got fixed now. Another thing, I added another drone control system and another CCTV monitor. The wires are now currently getting insulated. The sonic rat deterrent had to go over there in the middle because it didn't fit here otherwise the door control system. Because the door, if this door control system, which was the only one in Supermax, would be left abandoned, then nothing would happen. So with having two connected to everything, my hope is that at all times at least one of these two will be manned, so that we could have stuff going on. Now I also have CCTV monitors camouflaged installed on the Supermax wings here as well, on the little office buildings on the outside, as well as on the outside here, so that we have vision inside here at all times. Those wires are still getting covered as well, but that is pretty much the big change that I did. Anything else? Not really. I think, indeed, I did go over and activated all of the programs, including tropical fever vaccine, but it's only once per day, so we are going to change that still. Let's see, flower garden, we have that set there, and there. Yep. Office infirmary. I am going to, oh wait, yeah, I'm gonna have one over here as well. No, wait, it's gonna be here. We're gonna have 2 rounds of tropical fever vaccine, per day, per section, and they're all gonna be at the same time. Yeah, and it just took this long to do all of this individually, for every room, for every sector. It was horrible how long it took. So, with that, also expect that the game will run incredibly slowly, but I will bring you all of the intake all the time. I will not cut any time out, just like I did with the 50-day skip, just to get the maximum security wing done. You're gonna see everything. If I'm gonna have to suffer through this, so will you. And there. I even had to add another 500,000 to my bank balance because of the severe negative daily cash flow. I ultimately ran out of money. And with that, I think, other than the bits of construction that still need to be put in, I think we're ready. So, with the order safe, thank you. A sip of my iced tea, and a little bit of petting to my cat. We still have 11 inmates from intake through the event. I would say let's bring in the prisoners. So we've got 4 in maximum, and the rest are in minimum, and 1 is in protective because it was an ex-gang member. This one was the 15th, I remember from that. We're gonna keep everything for this as it is. Because I just want that. But intake, we're gonna be taking in 100 minimum, 6 death row, 100 criminally insane, and 1 legendary prisoner, which is always going to be maximum security. Now I could bring in 100 of each as well, but that is going to become too crazy. And once I have all of the, once I have the intake active at the 8 o'clock slot, I am going to close intake for now, so that I can process all of the prisoners, and then I'm slowly going to bring in medium prisoners as well, and of course all of the gang members that are coming in right now, from this point on, will be maximum security. No matter what, no matter why, no matter how. And I think with that, all of the programs are in, all of the stuff is in. We've got some more fire pits getting installed over there as well. Yeah, I know that the outside here doesn't have any fire pits, but honestly, I prefer to have a walking path rather than having to walk over a fire pit or underneath or slide in weird angles. So we're not doing that. That's why I have them in the yards over here and in the middle here. And we are going to receive 111 prisoners tomorrow. And be prepared for the game to run like absolute dog shit. Oh yeah, I didn't put in any of here because of that, but I did put them, hopefully, here, yeah. Uh, 1,000 prisoners. And after that, I am done with this game. Thank goodness. At the very end, during the last episode, I will be once again talking about my thoughts on this game. And, sorry about that if you heard that. My thoughts on Prison Architect 2. Should it ever come? Oh yeah, there's a little issue here because for some reason this is classified as a visitation. Yeah, so I also have new headphones. It's part of a set, and even though the name of the brand is Fifine, the fact that I had to buy this, and the fact that of course I speak a little Swedish, I should actually say Fifan. Because yeah, I was royally pissed when I kept getting issues with the microphone. It was actually during the recording that I would hear the audio of my PC telling me that something was disconnected. And when that happened, I actually saw the microphone thing in my OBS stop moving, so I stopped the recording. I looked up like, okay, where's my microphone? The entire microphone wasn't even designated anymore. Not just that. So I went into Windows, into my settings, to look at my microphone. It wasn't there. So that's why I knew that there was something wrong with the microphone itself. So yeah, great. Isn't it great? $110 hours. Plus all of the original building of Season 1 over here. Plus everything up until here, and then 110 hours. Plus all of the extra re-recordings that I did and scrapped because of audio issues. And one of the reasons that I'm actually going with low weather and intensity is because at some point I had it set to high. We had a 45-degree heat wave, Celsius of course, and I got a phone call from the CEO saying like, oh hey, you might want to add some sprinklers here and there because stuff might catch fire. And there I was thinking, well, of course stuff is gonna catch fire, that's what's in the kitchen, and perhaps the canteen. Nope, it was this very dog kennel. Yeah, like hell that I'm going to go and install all of the fire sprinklers and all of the pipes and all of the pipe installations just to prevent that. No. I am way too done with this game to do that. So yeah. Yeah, this is just how bad the game is going to run from now on. And it's only gonna get worse. Trust me. In my original recording, because I had a version of this episode recorded already, before the microphone issues really started to freak me out, I went up to like 400 prisoners, and the game was chugging along. And in the next episode, I got up to 700 prisoners before I realized that the microphone was not recording anymore. And the game was just really crawling. So, just imagine that I still need 300 prisoners afterwards. This prison. I will be so glad when it's over. Wait, do these guys even have... Ah, yeah, they do. Here. They only have 2, so that should be there too. Okay, okay. Drinking fountains. I also added some stuff here and there. Just for the hell of it. But, if I haven't shown that before yet. Tracking menu. Everything now is getting tracked. Well, except death row, but it doesn't need to be tracked. I mean, I could give my death row inmates tracking belts. I could. Not it's gonna be necessary, but, you know, in theory. But I don't need to. The most important parts are fully covered. Nicely sort of symmetrical-ish. So that is just that. Yeah, even though that none of my prisoners are really doing any reform programs, I still have to pay for all of them. Also, I have decided, ultimately, I am not going to be buying up the outside of the land and change everything to water to add a dock over here. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let all of the construction finish as is. And pretty much that should be it for all of the construction. I'm just not done with this game. I've made sure all of the food distribution is correct, all of the crop distribution is correct, the laundry distribution is correct. I really took my time before I would start this recording. Just to make sure that everything is as it should be. You know what? I'm not gonna let you wait any longer. We're gonna set intake to 9 o'clock so that we will have something in 1 hour. Because other than just waiting for the construction to be done, there's nothing to do anymore. I have certain stuff automated. Um, yeah, go in here and order, but you'll never get anything. Go in here, order, you'll never get anything. And just be prepared for an absolute hell when all of the prisoners come in. And here they are. Now, just keep your eyes on this number. This number is going to be going down really nicely. As here are our first new inmates. Oh yeah, I in minimum security also added prayer mats in every single cell. It doesn't add any points, but it does fulfill a certain need for spirituality. And since these cells are supposed to be the best of the best, they get them. I think I also added them in here, yeah. I did. And of course, all facing the toilets. Actually, if I have the space, if I have the space in every cell, and by the looks of it, I technically do. Like, it's gonna be a little bit everywhere. Maybe just over here. Well, not with here. That would have to go over here then. I should also just add a moose head. No, but that's taking it too far. That's taking it too far. And I actually do have to record this week because episode 72 went live last Friday. The construction complete-ish. And I originally named it construction complete until I discovered, like, oh shit, I still need to add this and that and that and that. So that's why it's construction complete-ish now. But here they are, and immediately I see a gang member, so immediately you're go to maximum. And it doesn't matter how much time you have to serve. You go where I say you go. So of course we're going to be using a lot of this snitch, protective, and protective. Ooh. Excellent enforcement. You're a gang member. Excellent enforcement. Wow, 18. Now you're an excellent enforcement already. There we go. Oh. You are actually protective, but you will be locked down in your cell permanently because of the fact that you're a gang member as well. And here we have our same issue. Protective custody, lockdown. Now I think what I will do, Jesus. I didn't get this, this many protective custody guys. No, wait. Not rights. You. What is rights then? You have no right. snitch. Law enforcement, why are you maximum security? You're protective. So this loyal guy already had some issues. Go. Other ex-law enforcement. Nothing by the looks of it. One more ex-law enforcement, and here are our Jesus. That should be this. And there come our criminally insane. This criminally insane actually came back. He's an ex-gang member. So, criminally insane can be ex-gang members, but not regular gang members. That's good to know. Couple more buses. There's our legendary guy. Now, even though he is a maximum security prisoner, I'm gonna put him into Supermax because of legendary status. That is the death row shakedown. Ian Thomas, your Supermax. I do not care. Alrighty. Now, in terms of staff, I think I did hire up to 450 guards. I got up to 30 orderlies. Just because. And I think that now I can close criminally insane. Now notice that I will not be getting a full load of minimum security prisoners. No more 100. Which is perfectly fine. Oh yeah, I also added a whole bunch of warden statues here and there, so we have that. Let me quickly just do this to get all of the prisoners into their cells. I think I will hire up to 700 guards eventually. I'm gonna have to go up to some armed guards as well. Maybe a couple more dog handlers. But I only got 2 gang members, really? Did not expect that. Or 2 or 3 or something. Not a lot, not a lot. But, could I now set it back to 8 o'clock? Yes, I could, but it's gonna take a full day and then up to 8 o'clock. But that's perfectly fine, because it's gonna give me a little more time to clear out the intake. Oh yeah, let's also get this done. prepare for the criminally insane amount to go way past capacity. Well, that's the whole point. Yeah, it's just gonna be like this. It sucks, but there's no other way to do this. This game was just not made with this in mind, and it absolutely sucks. So even though I have 6 death row inmates, only 5 of them are getting shown in here. It's because it takes the 5 lowest likelihood of clemencies and showcases that. I believe they're already in their cells, and if not, let's fix that. Hold on. Okay. This won't do. Even though I know I shouldn't, I feel that a tattoo removal office should have, and absolutely should have, a moose head on the wall. So we're gonna install them. Right here, right there, right here, and right there. Oh, this isn't properly flipped. Actually, it is, but the tattoo removal machine isn't flipped. Okay. Acceptable. Does the moose head actually do anything? It doesn't. It's just a beautiful thing. And it's the symbol of our Lord and Savior, the moose head. So yeah, we're already almost 40,000 less negative in the daily cash flow. And it is just a couple more guys in here. Solitary. I should select that as well. That was selected, and this. And there. I'll be glad to be done with this game. Should the parole officers also have moose heads? Yes. Yes, they should. You guys do not have parole. You guys do have parole. You don't. No, you do not. Oh, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Moosehead. The power of Moosehead compels you. Oh no, it should be here. Oh, that doesn't work. Oh, but there it does. Come on. The power of Moosehead compels you. Well, I'll be darned. It doesn't work here because of that. And that. I don't really care about symmetry anymore. I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm doing it. So I think I will try to fill in minimum security and medium security today, as I've already filled criminally insane. Bring all of the gang members over to maximum security. Bring all of the legendary people over to supermax right away. And that's gonna be enough for this recording. And the next recording, I'm gonna fill the entire prison as close to 700 as possible, because of course death row will never be fully filled, and it's gonna take a while to get all of the protective custody people in. I don't expect that to happen during the recording, but afterwards, in the final recording, we're gonna bring in the rest of the prisoners to get up to 1,000 and close it off permanently. Okay, so that there's just so much stuff in this prison that the game just occasionally despawns things as I zoom out. Ah, perfect, but has been moved. That's fine. So finally, Moosehead. There. Almighty Moosehead. You guys have parole rooms as well. So, Mooseheads. Why Mooseheads? I honestly do not know. But they are in... Do you guys have Mooseheads? Yes. That will be very important to have Mooseheads in those offices. Okay. I think now we're done. These cells are going to be like quality 18 out of 15 or 16 out of 15 if the prayer mat and the Moosehead would add something to it. I could even throw another gym mat in the middle as well. But no, I won't. That's... I promise you I won't. So in terms of the programs for the staff, I'm not gonna give them guard taser certificate or disarming certification, but I will give them guard taser certification. Because I did add 100 guards since the end of last episode. That's gonna be enough. Look at all the moose heads. Yeah. And they are all moose heads. Mandatory animal cruelty, we call that. All of those moose were killed. Meese? Mooses? Well, they're dead. We still have a bunch of cable protectors to be put in. Fire pits. What? Not my phone. Still a couple of barbed wire pieces. And I think I will be left with some barbed wire pieces, as they originally came from here, going on that bit of wall and that bit of wall, because of course the forestry was slightly bigger. And they got demolished but never dumped or sold, so that's something that I still can do and still will do. I did add movesets in there as well. Very important. I could, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm joking, I'm not. The movesets in these offices are enough. Now, do we already have someone in? Yes. Lockdown. So now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the actual 5 remaining death row inmates. You'll be going to a dormitory. And the reason I added so many benches is because the more people you have in the dormitory, the lower the score is going to be, because the more items you're going to need of each in order to get the proper score. So that's why I have so many bookshelves, so many benches, even in the showers. And it should technically be enough. Why are you starving? If you don't go to a canteen, of course you'll starve. Ah, 2 more guys already completed their death row appeal. And both became... No. maximum security prisoners. Good. As you can see, they're actually being moved now, so that's a good thing. Also, the episode called Jittery, on my end, when I was watching the video back on my PC, not on YouTube version, it was jittery, that's why I called it, because I didn't remember exactly what I did. But on the YouTube video, it was jittery as well, so the name stands. This person took so much work. Ooh, what are you doing? Ooh, excellent concentration, foundation education. Oh, guard response. Okay, we lost doctors. One. A doctor. Something you may notice: the staff have died on duty, has been reset. I figured if I'm going to edit the save file to get certain stuff done, I might as well fix that because I had to remove all of the prisoners up to that point. So I thought I might as well just start with a clean slate in terms of that. So that is a bit of cable protector being installed there. Goody goody. I also installed prayer mats in the Supermax yards and in Criminally Insane the yards as well. I think I added them in every single yard. Just because. Yes, in the back over there. And thus in the back over there. And in here. Yeah, right there. Just so that they could have that spirituality need fulfilled. I know we have room for more prisoners. But we still have to wait 18 and a half hours. That's better. Mooseheads in the parole rooms. And soon in all of the prison cells in here as well. Why? Because I can. So I turned off Doggy Doo as well because it was just not looking nice anymore. There was too much shit going on. Too much dog shit. I recall at some point, I believe it was like over in this area, there were at least 100 piles of poop. By the looks of it, if I had to make an educated guess, at least 100, in just like this little stretch alone. So yeah, that's definitely not what I wanted. Oh, we have another death row inmate. Well, at this rate, I'm not gonna be able to execute anyone. That's not nice. But the way that I have set it up, it is actually the only way that the death row inmate can ultimately be. Wait, why are you still here? Didn't I say that? You know what? Enter punishment. Thank you. Be brought over to your cell. So we got Simon. Yeah, right now. And as you can see, tropical immunity, temporary immunity. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 2, 1. Oh, it just gets reset and reset and reset. I like that. Still one fire pit. Still some cable protectors. Where's that fire pit going then? Because it did get installed over there. Is it in the back here then? No. No. Where's that fire pit going then? These are now installed. Oh, wait. I never got them in here. Yeah, you're supposed to go here and there. That's probably the two fire or the fire pits I was missing. I got them there and there. That's good. Yeah, I think that's about it. So I think that we'll have like 3 days worth of intake. And so, executive decision. We're going balls to the wall. 130 prisoners coming in tomorrow. Ooh, Simon. You failed. And it's sadly not enough to warrant an execution right away. Damn. All of that barbed wire. Everywhere. Hold on. That never got installed. I know that piece couldn't get. That is installed though. Okay. That's one piece. All of this has been done. Oh, obviously that cannot be reached. Because you would have to go all the way on the outside. So technically it's not blocked, but I guess that you're just too lazy. And so, you know what I'll say? I will cancel all of the fully outside stuff. But anything on the inside will have to be done. Because that piece also got damaged. I could make that all water. Just for the hell of it, you know. See, you can get behind here. But I will accept it. Game is just being the game again. Not doing what it is supposed to do. We're gonna end up with some turf, some grass, and that's fine because I can dump it. As long as my inside path is completely fixed. And by the looks of it, it is. So that's just good. Look how terribly slow the game is running. Let me help with this. And that too. There we go. Right. We've got 2 snippers. Even though I technically don't need them. Even though I technically don't need them. He says. As he's just gonna throw in a couple more towers. And 6 more snippers. Why are you still stuck there? Thank you. Occasionally that will just happen, that prisoners are stuck, that they don't get processed. Again, that's just the game being the game for what it is. Not gonna try and bother to figure out why. I'm not going to complain about it, other than it's just the game being the game. And yeah, I should add snipper towers all around the perimeter. But I won't. Meow. Oh, cat. Is it time for a little bit more cuddles? Is it time for some more cuddles? Sometimes I really wonder what cats would say. Cats would be annoyed with the way that we speak to them. That we always ask the same thing, always repeat the same questions. If the food was delicious, if the cuddles are nice, she's happy, she's comfortable, you know, that kind of stuff. And it does feel so good to see that the microphone bar just keeps on moving every time I speak. So glad that's no longer an issue. For now. Alright, so that guy is in Aston Taylor. Even if you were to fail, it's not gonna be enough. It needs to be 9% or lower, not 10. So, wow. Murder, murder. Attack staff, found weapons. So that's a long time in solitary. Just be glad it's not freezing. So, can the snipper towers get a little priority? Would appreciate that. I mean, this is going to be the solution instead of the guard pavilions, because you may remember that the guard pavilions will actually be a continuous gathering spot for rats and continuous population growth for rats, and you will have to remove them, dismantle them, or dump them before that the rats will be set free, before you can fully take care of that little issue. So that's why you should never use guard pavilions if you're using rats. Look at that. Well, you have a punchback, so you have your exercise need capability. Same with you. No, actually, you don't have any exercise equipment. Family, you've got a pet bird. That's family need. Oh yeah, this bit of room is somehow part of the reception. Cool, my sniffer towers are getting installed. At least this one is. And then all of the moose heads. Yeah, they get them over there. You have them already. Are you getting annoyed yet with how the game runs? Just imagine being me right now. also added all of the guard patrols and regular or dog handler patrols. That I made sure that my staff canteens are the highest quality possible. And um, I think I may have, but I don't remember. Policy ingredients. I set this to the middle. I don't understand. To me, going all the way to the left means that I would get only fresh ingredients, but I'm still getting ingredients imported. And the other way around, going all the way to the right, I would say that I don't use any fresh ingredients yet. I am using fresh ingredients, and I'm still getting stuff imported. So I'm just gonna keep that in the middle. Be like, whatever. Why don't you go in there? And you go in here. And then you go in this cell. You'll go in this cell. Not that you deserve it, but I'm deciding that. You'll go here. Oh. 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 I did not expect that. I'll get a criminally insane tomorrow as well. I'm going to keep that, obviously, to the max as well. I thought that once I had 40, I'm going to keep at full capacity because that's just how the game does. It doesn't. I need more inmates in here. There are you. Go in here. James, you're on. You'll go here. Moss. Here. Anyone else? Couple more. Batty. You'll stay. Batty, you will stay. You will have this room all to yourself, if as far as I'm concerned. Yes, a fire pit in this forestry as well. Because there's no area of effect visible on the fire pits, I'd say spread them out in your prison, but not too far apart. Because there's no telling what their active range is. Because of this game. Grass turf, dump it. Dump it. And dump it. Couple moosets. Barbed wire house. That's over here. Looks like it's all done. Looks like it's all done. And did that one piece there get installed? I'd say yes it did. And that is, I believe, all of the barbed wire that I can have. So I cannot put it here or there. Can't put it here or there. There, which I guess is acceptable, but sure. And I think everything else is barbed wired up. Snipper towers. Great, great, great. Oh, that was the thing, yeah. For some reason, some idiots decided it would be a great thing to put the grid bins in front of the doors to the canteens. Not that it functionally matters, but aesthetically, it does. And one more hour and we'll have more prisoners. Happiness. So yeah, even though I had a legendary prisoner last time, they're not always available. And I'm gonna get 2 criminally insane inmates apparently. Even better. Two more cable protectors somewhere, I guess. More moose heads still going through there. Yeah, and I believe that the rest of the barbed wire is actually from the demolished walls where now new, whatchamacallit, tattoo removal rooms are placed. So yeah. And I think with that, all of the barbed wire has been placed in. I cannot place them there. Or there, I think. Just making sure. Barbed wire. That will be a no. That is a no. Cannot place them anywhere there. All of this is in. All of that is in. Yep. Even that part is in. You need at least 2 pieces of wall before you can do a barbed wire. It seems good to know. Because that does, that is. Even those. Barbed wire isn't really actively necessary around here, but, you know, just having it because it works. And there we have our snipers. Meanwhile, you almost have 2 days left of solitary. Shouldn't have murdered those 2 doctors, or that one doctor. And here they are. Intelligence informants. 1 gang member, 2 gang members, and snitch and snitch. And another snitch. I'm having a lot less gang members than before. You know that? And I quite honestly don't mind. But I'm having a lot more protective custody guys than before. And that I also don't kind of mind. I think that will be you, yeah. No, 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 no. Maximum. Snitch ex-prison guard. Snitch. well, we're gonna get more snitches or more gang members in here. Even though, hold on, that right there is a gang leader. And even though I shouldn't, I'm gonna put Mr. Gang Leader immediately in Supermax. Nope. Regular max. And max. Go. Hold on. We have 3 gang members in here. No. Skilled fighter gang member. There we go. Lots more gang members. And just look at that daily cash flow. Get higher and higher. Lots of gang members. Huh? Okay. So, this bus is the same reason why I started this episode with 11 prisoners. Despite the fact the prison being empty. This is that event that just says, like, occasionally you'll just get a couple of additional prisoners. Most of them, if not all of them, are going to be gang members. Because you should be able to just handle them. Even though you might not. The game doesn't care. There's one more here. Yeah. Just the game running as slow as it does. As choppy as it does. And then the occasional autosave in there as well. And I know I'm constantly pausing the game, but I need to make sure that I don't miss any of the gang members. Like that one over there. More people. More. And there are our criminally insane, so that should be the last boss. If not one more. Oh, we have a snitch. Is that you perhaps? Yes, that was you. Goody. No. Accident. the amount of gang members that we already got. There's one, two, at least two more somewhere here. Volbrechts. I think that may be everyone. Well, loyal and snitch don't really go hand in hand. They're like polar opposites of each other. But that is another day of intake. So let me just do this, that, this, and that, and a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then all of this. All of that. Whole bunches of stuff over here. Probably there as well. Lots of people in here now, which is good. We need those. Including there. Couple guys in here. And then a couple guys in here still. And then probably just here. Well, I'll just do all of them. Including, but not limited to, that, and that should be all. Because we should also have another death row inmate. 44%, 1, 2, and 3 is probably here still. Right. Look at all his prisoners. Yeah, there's number 4. Death row. Just look at all those inmates. Sell all of that. I think I can dump all of the barbed wire now. Gonna take my chances and say yes that it is the case. Which leaves just a fire pit and a couple of moose heads left to be installed here and there. And then construction is actually complete. Because I don't see the cable insulators anymore, cable protectors. That means that we're done. Could we by any chance perhaps? Yeah. Ooh, that reminds me. Because I did start this playthrough with like 25 million, I was unable to do the government bailout grant. I don't think I have that. I do have government security, but not government bailout, which means that I can still technically do that grant. And one way to severely cheese that is by giving the staff a massive pay cut. For a brief moment, it's going to make them severely unhappy, but it's only a brief moment. And it should be enough to, if I can go like minus 100%, it could be enough and just enough to get the daily cash flow up in the positive for that. I'm going to try that. Now, there is another grant that I haven't gotten. Sorry about that. That will only show up once cables have been chewed through by rats. And I do believe that it is exactly these four cameras that have cables that are not protected just yet. That area is protected, but not everything just yet. So that is all of that is. This is that's good. That was new, so there are still 2 cable protectors somewhere that are, well, not installed yet. I wouldn't know exactly where, but here's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one. I would have to literally go over every single. Oh, there's an entire section. Not yet. Well, down here it is. And even there. Lol. Odd. But I would have to go over every single individual piece of cable in order to find which pieces are not yet insulated. I'm not gonna. I was lucky to find those pieces, even though I swear that they were insulated beforehand, but, you know, game is game. Probably, we have too much stuff for it to handle. We just added even more stuff. Let's be like, no, we're gonna just remove stuff at random. I don't know, I don't care. There's a couple of moosets here still. And lots of prisoners still to process. And as you can see, I cannot get 100 medium security prisoners in the next intake, despite the fact that I have the place, I have the space. They're just not available, and they're not going to be available for the longest time. So it's going to take a couple of days of low-ish medium security intake before all of that has been filled up. Especially with the gang members that are going to be present and are all going to go to maximum security. It's just going to take a while. And ultimately, of course, in the next video, once I open up the floodgates for maximum and super max, that's when the crazy will really get started. I mean, if I wanted, I could just take in 38 Supermax and just be like, well, everyone that commits murder will just go into the holding cell here. I don't think I will. I'm not that cruel just yet. Also, fun fact, for me at least, today on the 7th of July 2025, I have booked the crossing by ship, the night boat from Travemünde in Germany to Trelleborg in Sweden, as of course I'm gonna go to Sweden this summer. The first step has been taken. Do I really need even more farmers? I don't. My farms aren't even that big, but they are spread out, so I guess. Just gonna redo all of this, just to hurry the heck up with that. Just so that all of the prisoners get processed. Let's have a look-see at staff programs. Still 60 in the queue. That's 2 more days after this, which is fine. Fire safety, no more training. First aid, no more training. Pest control and cold control, no more training. Disarming certification, no more training. We're just not gonna train them anymore. Nice and cozy. Tattoo removal. What are you up to? Works of safety, no success. At least they're making license plates. But I have no visual here. There's something that I can do about that. Labor management. Right click. Assign guards. 1. One guard. At all times. In each of these rooms during work hours only. There. It's gonna be 1 guard in here. 1 guard. Guards. Just in there. Not in the wrist. Because that's not really important. I just want to have visual in here. And make sure that people feel safe in here as well. And there. Spiritual guidance. Goody goody goody. The almighty Moosehead. Shut up phone, especially that. It's not important. You know what? Let's do it. Let's add a 100 maximum security prisoners to the mix as well. Let's see how many prisoners are still not sorted out yet. By the looks of it, everyone is. So we can handle it. Good. You're still there. Sleep, bladder, food, exercise, comfort, freedom. And you still have more than 1 day. Look at the immunity. 325 hours. How are you feeling, buddy? Just require sleep. Well, you have a bed. Go to sleep. Oh, there's still a little bit of cable protector here that needs to be installed. Okay. That explains one thing. That has been sorted. So that means that there was one more place where there needed to be a cable protector. Do I care? No. Not really. Grass turf I will dump because we will not be using the grass on the outside anymore. We'll just forgo that. I could be cheeky and replace all of this with the yellow line version. Nah. And this time, nah is actually nah. Not gonna do it. And even an hour and 40 minutes in the recording, the microphone still is functional. Happy. Did I not set up intelligence, logistics? Where did I do that? Deployment, I think. Custom sector. Not in patrols. Prioritize patrol. Ah. So, side armed guards. If I were to hire some armed guards, now that I've prioritized that patrol, it should mean that they will in fact prioritize that patrol first. The dogs will prioritize that, which is good. More dog handlers, 1, 2, 3, and 4. prioritize 1 and 2. Remove that. Remove that. Good. Good, good, good. So if I if this means what I think it means, because I was actually hoping that it does, so that I can now hire armed guards, so that Supermax will have armed guards and only Supermax. So I'm gonna hire. Well, I could just remove all of the armed guards, patrols, and designations from here. And I think I may have actually done that already. Deployments, armed guards. There, shut up phone. Let's see. No armed guards needed there. Dog handler, dog handler. I will prioritize patrols there as well for armed guards. Why does that look like it's different? It's not. There. I mean, there should be here then. There. There. Yeah. 3 guards. 3 guards. 3 guards. So we'll do 2 guards in here. 2 guards there. 2 guards there instead. Good, good, good. This should be visitor only. Armed guards. We'll set up regular guards instead. Armed guards. Armed guards. Armed guards. Armed guards. 2 regular guards instead. I will put a proper patrol here instead for my armed guards. Armed guards as a prioritized patrol. Indeed, we have prioritized. No, no, no. Why can I not prioritize the patrol here? Set it on the inside then, fine. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's hire 13 armed guards and see what happens. There. that ought to do the trick. Meow. So yeah, my daily cash flow is gonna take another hit, but it's perfectly fine. Didn't I also set up a shakedown for custom schedule? Supermax. Well, you know what? Save selection. If that's the case, then I will start the rest like hours in there. So shared only, never. Every 5 days, 3 days, 3 days. Protective Supermax. Daily. At 6. Death Row daily at that. Okay, let's see if that works then. Because I only see the daily Death Row schedule. Yeah, we're gonna get way more prisoners tomorrow. And I think that after I've segregated those prisoners and we've processed all of them, I think I might end it for this episode. And the next episode is gonna go fill to capacity as much as possible, with the final episode being 1000. And then it's just a matter of we're gonna fill up the the holding cell for Supermax, the holding cell for Maximum, and the holding cell for Criminally Insane, up until we have 1000. Perfect. And what I'm gonna do as a final thank you for watching, and also here you go, is at midnight of the final intake to get 1000 inmates, I am going to save the game. I am going to upload that save to the Steam Workshop and link that in the movie description of the final episode, so that you can download that save file. If you don't have 1000 inmates, the achievement yourself, and then you can get it for free. You'll have this awesome prison in all its glory, and then Just a little bit of patience, and then you will have your 1,000 prisoners. And that achievement as well. So yeah, aren't I awesome? I know I am. And in the meantime, it's just a matter of waiting. So on this day, it's going to start all of the shakedowns, and then afterwards, it's going to start the schedule. I think, I hope, to get everything in. Oh, Mr. White's already went insane, so we should have 42 even. Grimly insane inmates right now. So yeah, that should be, well, I think it's gonna take 2 days of intake. Because we're currently at 700 capacity, but of course we're never going to be filling death row. And I doubt we will be fully filling protective custody. Would be cool if we could. But so it's going to be less than 400 or less than 700 active capacity, and then 300 inmates for all of the holding cells, which means that yes, we do need a second day of intake to get up to 1,000. And I know exactly how I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do that in between this episode and the next. So that's the last shakedown. It's this. There is not supposed to be a armed guard in here at all. But there are two over here. No, wait. Armed guards. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Even though this is actually a corridor for armed guards, I don't want to have armed guards in here at all, just yet. Now this is supposed to be staff only, which it is. And that too. But not access only. Odd. Okay, anything else for now? That doesn't seem right. I do not think so. For now. Despite all of the hiccups in the game itself, because of the sheer size and complexity of this complex, game is running actually a lot smoother than before. But maybe because I'm taking risks also by just saying like, screw it, we're going to add a full capacity uh, medium and eventually even a maximum on top of it. So yeah, could be. And there we go. Literally one moveset and bunches of cable. Okay, that's okay. Because the rest is all ingredients and staff meals. Now where is that moveset supposed to go? In before it will never get installed. In before that one cell is missing it. It's not that cell. I know that this was cell that had to move the radio. So far I'm seeing all of them in the cells. Here we are. Okay. And a stitch. Right off the get-go and a... No. Max. This ought to be you, and there's you. No. That. Thank you. Fearless gang member. And that could potentially be another gang leader. That is a gang leader. So that would be you. Welcome to Supermax. Protective. Permanent lockdown. And maximum. I see you. I see a snitch. Okay. Also, is anyone at the moment vulnerable? Buckwell. Hold on. Protective custody. Permanent lockdown. Okay. I must have missed you. Security. Vulnerable. Rogers. Coming in just now. So that's a no. Hey. Shut up. There's the snitch. That will be you, Rogers. And maximum. Oh, you're released. How cool. Congratulations. Now you can be insane somewhere else. you're gonna be out of here in like no time. You will be processed and then you're out. But still, now I just have to look out for snitches and such. That's a lot of traits for a non-gang leader, non-legendary. Oof. Ah, there we go. No, actually not a gang leader. But legendary will still immediately go into Supermax. I'm not taking any chances. There you go. Lots more, lots more, lots more. Another legendary. Are you by any chance? No. No, you are not. How sad. Go. Found you. Yeah, we're nowhere near done yet with the amount of intake. Let's see, do we have any more by now? Security. Set security menu, thank you. Gibbs, you're still in the bus. Okay. So keep your eyes out for Gibbs. Yeah, he's a snitch. And see that daily cash flow go down. And technically thus up. There we go. There's more. Well, at this rate, I'm gonna be in the positive daily cash flow. Well, that's not really supposed to happen. Well, technically it is, of course, because I want to run a prison that is in the positive cash flow. Janitor. That will be the rats. I think. You are released. What do you think I'm trying to do? I'm trying to get more prisoners in. The snitch. Mr. Gibbs. was like, what? But yeah, you're actually a legendary snitch. But you're no gang leader, right? No, you're not. But I think that's all of the intake for today, so. That was a huge intake. We're almost done. Yeah, the rats can go. Rats are done. Intelligence, security menu, anyone else? The answer is no. Okay. Meaning, even though I think that everyone is in here already, we're still gonna do this. And there. Lots of people going in here now. For some reason, the dormitories always seem to get the priority. So, okay. So this, that. And there. We didn't get any more criminally insane, but we did get a couple of snitches still. So there and there. Maybe some of that. We got a couple more guys in here as well. No one else should be any danger for anyone else, so let's just process everybody. And in the meantime, still 16 hours of solitary for that guy. And indeed, it seems that my armed guards are walking around here, which is good. Yeah. We'll leave that as is. Sure. In the meantime, just gonna go around doing this to finish the grant a little faster, perhaps. Kitchens, because they have ingredients as well. So there. Kitchen here. Lots of stuff. No, here a little bit. Here a little bit. Just doing this to help the grant complete faster and no. Despite all of that, we're still not done. With carrots, cabbages, and nanners. So there's one more moveset that still hasn't been installed yet. And still two bits of cable protector. Grr. Grr, grr, grr. This is gonna take a little while. It's kind of odd. Only in minimum security are there 100 prisoners available. And I don't have the capacity to take any of them in. Hey, stop that. Sure. Because what I will do in between this episode and next is I'm gonna go to total prisoners and I'm gonna just keep on holding this in until it says 1000. It's gonna take forever. But I'll do that off screen. Well, actually, I could just leave this. Because, you know, it's just a matter of processing the prisoners. Nothing's gonna happen. There's no events going on. Rats are gonna happen automatically. Other stuff is gonna happen automatically. So, you know, yeah, we're almost done anyway. And despite that, it's been over 2 hours since I started recording this episode. But at least all of the time the microphone has been working, and that makes me happy because I can finally then finish this. Yeah, so you're gonna see that that is going to increase. The next intake, of course, I'm not gonna do that. Because, of course, once this is 1000, I'm gonna switch it back to fill capacity. And then for the next episode, I'm also going to fill the capacity for Supermax. So all of intake is open. Because there's no way in hell that I can take in this many prisoners. So I guess I'm doing it right now rather than in between episodes. And there's not much else to talk about. $99 left. 50 left. 4 left. And done. Now I am gonna open up for Supermax as well, but since I'm afraid that we're not gonna be able to clear out the entire intake yet, I'm gonna close it off for now. And as such, whole bunch more of those guys. And then oops, one gardener sack. Yeah, this will have to do. We did receive a whole bunch of other prisoners as well, so we're gonna do this again. That again. Split those two up. Just because there and there. Bunch more in here perhaps that still need to get in. Not from the shower, not from the shower. There and there with that as well. And then, just to be sure, just look at all of the red suits still here. But at least prisoners will be processed. And stuff will continue to happen. And honestly, 50 is doing a lot. And expect a lot of this as well. Mostly gang related. Because we've got the Bonebreaker table here, we've got the Jackal table here. What about here? We have nothing yet, because no prisoners have been assigned to it yet. Foreman, logistical errors. And no one has taken over this yet. Good. No. Look at all the prisoners that want to transfer. And the moment that they... Oh yeah. Those gang members were the originals. And they will have the honor of just remaining here. So yeah, that. Just a few more. And of course I could just bring in the next batch right away tomorrow morning. But I won't. I won't. feel that I already exceeded my um, estimate on how many prisoners I would be taking in today. So I think it's good enough. Please. Please let it be good enough. Ah, good, the final... No. I was like, good, the final moosehead has been installed. But no, it hasn't been. It seems the coil here has been sent away. It's probably gonna come back. Or is that one of the moose heads that I accidentally placed and then decided like, no, I don't need it over there, I need it somewhere else. Because that's perfectly possible as well, of course. Because all of these have moose heads. I know that all of these have moose heads. Why are the moose heads so important? I like them. Yeah, they're in here, they're there. Yeah, and... yeah. Hold on. There it is. There it is. There. There, there. There, and there. Okay, so it's in all of those. And there. So I think that that moveset is actually one that is placed by accident and then removed. Which means sell. So I did check here too, right? Just making sure. I'm a little paranoid in that regard. Yeah. Ooh, minimum or here. You guys had one parole. You do have a moosehead right there, indeed. You guys had 2 paroles. 1, 2. Okay. So that means that this is indeed one too many. I accept it. And if not, then too bad to whomever or whatever doesn't have it. Construction complete now means construction complete. No more stuff over here like that. Single cable protector. Somewhere it's ultimately gonna be found. Or not. And I know that down here there are still a few cameras that don't have it, but that is on purpose. In case the rats decide to chew through that eventually. By the looks of it, everyone has been processed. So, with that, I'm going to turn on intake yet again. Full capacity. 185 tomorrow. With the 4 main levels of security. We have no death rows. We have no legendary prisoners. Those are extremely rare. But when you do get them, they will be worth 15,000. And I think with this, we're going to be either really close to or entirely getting out of the red daily cash flow. So with that being said, happy that the microphone is working out. Happy that the earplugs or headphones sound really well. I can finally say the road to 1000 has started. Episode 1 is done. And fine. They deserve that too. I will say thank you all for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. And I will see you all next time. That will be you. Yeah. June 15th, almost a month ago, I decided to record this, but it just didn't happen, so